In the ever-turbulent landscape of the Middle East, geopolitical tensions often manifest in unpredictable and perilous ways. One such alarming development took place recently when Yemen, a nation mired in a prolonged civil war, officially launched an attack on a U.S. military base located near Israel. This audacious move not only sent shockwaves across the international community, but also brought to the fore a myriad of complex geopolitical factors that have been simmering beneath the surface for years. To comprehend the gravity of this situation and its far-reaching implications, one must delve into the intricate web of alliances, rivalries, and interests that define the region. The attack on the U.S. military base, strategically situated near Israel's borders, occurred on a gloomy morning that would be etched into the annals of history. It was a meticulously planned and well-coordinated assault, catching both the American forces and their Israeli counterparts off guard. The base, which had been used primarily for intelligence gathering and monitoring activities, had always been viewed as a symbol of American influence in the region. Its strategic location had made it a critical asset for the United States in its pursuit of its interests in the Middle East. Yemen's involvement in the attack was orchestrated by the Houthi rebels, who have been engaged in a protracted conflict with the Yemeni government. The Houthi movement is known for its staunch anti-American stance and has received support from Iran, a sworn enemy of the United States and a key player in the regional power struggle. The attack on the U.S. military base near Israel was not merely a localized event. It was a culmination of regional dynamics that have been unfolding for decades. To understand why Yemen would embark on such a daring endeavor and the implications it holds for the Middle East, one must consider the broader geopolitical context. At the heart of this crisis is Yemen's protracted civil war, which has been raging since 2015. The conflict initially began as a domestic power struggle between the Yemeni government, backed by Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates, and the Houthi rebels, who receive support from Iran. Over the years, it has evolved into a proxy war between Saudi Arabia and Iran, with both regional powers vying for influence and control over Yemen. The long-standing rivalry between Saudi Arabia and Iran is a central driver of instability in the Middle East. Both nations aspire to be the dominant regional power, and their competition plays out through various proxy conflicts across the region. Yemen has become a battleground in this power struggle, with Iran backing the Houthi rebels and Saudi Arabia supporting the Yemeni government. The United States and Israel have maintained a close and strategic alliance for decades. Israel is viewed as a crucial partner in the region, and the U.S. military base near its borders is a testament to this partnership. Any attack on American forces near Israel's borders is bound to evoke a strong response from the U.S., potentially leading to a wider regional conflict. The Houthi rebels, officially known as Ansar Allah, are a Shia Muslim group that originated in Yemen's northwestern province of Sada. Their grievances revolve around political and economic marginalization, and they have consistently opposed what they view as external interference in Yemen's affairs, particularly from Saudi Arabia and the United States. Iran's support for the Houthi rebels has been instrumental in their ability to sustain the conflict against the Yemeni government and its Saudi backers. Iran provides the rebels with financial aid, weaponry, and military expertise, effectively turning Yemen into a proxy battleground in its ongoing rivalry with Saudi Arabia. This support has allowed the Houthi rebels to maintain control over significant portions of Yemen, including the capital Sana'a. The attack on the U.S. military base near Israel marked a significant escalation in the Houthi rebellion's tactics. It demonstrated their ability to strike beyond Yemen's borders and target American interests directly. While the Houthis have claimed responsibility for the attack, it is widely believed that their actions were influenced and possibly coordinated by Iran as part of a broader strategy to exert pressure on the United States and its regional allies. In the wake of the attack, the United States swiftly condemned the Houthi rebels and their Iranian backers. The U.S. government labeled the assault as an act of terrorism and vowed to take all necessary measures to protect its personnel and interests in the region. While the U.S. did not immediately launch a military retaliation, it deployed additional troops and military assets to the region, heightening tensions in an already volatile environment. Israel, on the other hand, viewed the attack with grave concern. The U.S. military base near its borders had served as a crucial deterrent against regional threats and had provided valuable intelligence on potential security risks. Israel, ever vigilant about its security, viewed the attack as a direct challenge to its stability and sovereignty. Israeli officials expressed their unease not only about the attack itself, but also about the broader implications it might have for the Middle East. They were concerned that the situation could escalate into a larger conflict that would inevitably draw Israel into the fray. Israel's neighbors, including Lebanon's Hezbollah and Syria's Assad regime, both with ties to Iran, had previously posed security challenges for the country. The attack on the U.S. base further complicated an already precarious regional situation. The attack on the U.S. military base near Israel elicited strong reactions from key regional players, each with its own interests and objectives. As the principal backer of the Yemeni government and a staunch ally of the United States, Saudi Arabia condemned the attack and called for a coordinated international response. In the aftermath of the attack, the Saudi government expressed solidarity with the United States and Israel, further emphasizing the gravity of the situation. Iran's response was more nuanced. While denying direct involvement in the attack, Iranian officials voiced support for the Houthi rebels' actions, framing them as a legitimate response to perceived U.S. aggression in the region. Iran's ambiguous stance signaled its willingness to maintain a degree of deniability while continuing to exert influence in Yemen. The UAE, a close ally of Saudi Arabia, echoed Saudi sentiments and condemned the attack. The UAE has been actively involved in the Yemeni conflict, and the attack underscored the interconnectedness of regional conflicts in the Middle East. Russia, another major player in Middle Eastern geopolitics, expressed concern about the escalation of tensions in the region. While not directly involved in the conflict, Russia has established itself as a key player in Syria and seeks to expand its influence in the wider Middle East. Diplomatic efforts to defuse the crisis and prevent further escalation gained momentum. The United Nations Security Council held an emergency meeting to discuss the situation, with multiple countries calling for a peaceful resolution to the crisis. The United States, in consultation with its allies, proposed a draft resolution condemning the attack and calling for an immediate ceasefire in Yemen. The resolution also called for a comprehensive peace process to end the Yemeni civil war and address the root causes of the conflict. Russia and China, both permanent members of the Security Council, initially expressed reservations about the resolution, highlighting their concerns about the potential for further international intervention in the region. However, as diplomatic negotiations continued, a consensus began to emerge on the need for de-escalation and a political solution to the Yemeni crisis. In the complex web of Middle Eastern geopolitics, non-state actors often play a significant role in shaping events on the ground. The attack on the U.S. military base near Israel underscored the influence of groups like the Houthi rebels and their state sponsors, Iran, in challenging the established order. Lebanon's Hezbollah, backed by Iran, has long been a thorn in Israel's side. The group has a history of launching attacks against Israeli targets and is known for its military capabilities. Israel's concerns about the potential for Hezbollah to exploit the situation and launch attacks of its own were well-founded. Both ISIS and al-Qaeda have a presence in Yemen and have taken advantage of the chaos caused by the civil war to establish themselves in the country. The attack on the U.S. base raised fears of these terrorist organizations exploiting the situation to launch attacks on American interests or to gain a stronger foothold in Yemen. Beyond the Houthi rebels, Yemen is home to various regional militias and armed groups, each with its own interests and alliances. These groups often operate independently of the central government and have been known to engage in acts of violence and sabotage. The attack on the U.S. military base near Israel has illuminated the complex and interconnected web of geopolitics in the Middle East. Yemen's involvement in the attack, backed by Iran, underscores the regional rivalries and proxy conflicts that continue to destabilize the region. The crisis has ramifications that extend far beyond the borders of Yemen, affecting global energy security, humanitarian conditions, and international diplomacy. Thank you for your attention. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure the notification bell is turned on so you don't miss any future videos.